So Polaroids definitely have a big part in the history of photography. It is where it is today because of them. They've been around since the early 50s, and they made it all the way to the early 2000s as well, until they unfortunately, got discontinued because of the wave of the, digital cameras, and there wasn't really the need for the instant film anymore. But, since 2017, they've now made a comeback. Everyone wanted that wave of nostalgia, and, they've been prospering ever since, which is, very good for them. And, I've had a Polaroid close-up 600 for about 3 years now, but I've never actually shot a single frame on it. So I thought, make a video changing that, because I feel like me being a photographer and actually having a degree in photography and never once shooting a Polaroid is a little sad. So like I mentioned, the Polaroid, One Step Close-Up 600, had this for 3 years now. I actually picked this up at, I believe, an antique store. Don't really remember where, but I think this was around maybe Christmas time or something. Just like, on a vacation with my family, something like that. And I just saw this, I didn't have a Polaroid at the time. That was kind of, when I started collecting cameras as well. So I thought, why not just buy this? But I actually did, buy a pack of film for it at the time as well. But I still just never ended up shooting it. I think, my brother, when we first got the film, we did like one test shot to make sure the film worked. But he took that. But other than that, I haven't used this camera at all or the film at all. So we're going to see if the film in here still works though, as it is, 3 years old at this point. But yeah, we're just going to have, some fun, go out and shoot some Polaroids, hopefully successfully as well. Alright, so I have my first scene kind of picked out, just got like a nice little boat scene here, and the film that was still in the camera from when I first kind of bought film for it is actually back from, the Impossible project, back when they were still, in the process of bringing Polaroid back, and on the back of it, it says our film works best within 12 months of the production date on the bottom, and on the bottom, the production date is March of 2017, so this film stopped being good in about April of 2018, so well over 3 years now. But I did pay $25 for this on Amazon way back when, so we're still going to shoot it, still see if we can get some good stuff with it. I do also have a fresh new pack of the newer film as well that is not expired, so still going to see if I can get some stuff with this expired film, because why not? Okay, so here we go, first shot kind of really ever taken on a Polaroid. So let's see if this works. Okay, so now we have to wait 15 minutes and see if this picture actually turned out. Why are there so many trains? And then while we're waiting, second shot right here, just basically the foreground that was just behind me. We like this shot as well, so we're gonna do it. I will say it is very satisfying though, taking Polaroids. Oh yeah, we already see some of the formula up top scraping, so I don't know if this is even gonna work like I mentioned previous, but we're still gonna try. All right, we're already on shot number 6, getting a nice little coast shot here with the water. So we got a nice little old Ford truck here. I think this would be cool with the square format. Alright, so that should be shot 6, so I believe I have one more left on this pack. And we might as well just get another side shot of this, because this is a pretty cool car here. Alright, so this is the fresh new pack here. As you can see, this one has the Polaroid name to it, so obviously very current. When they're not on display, store them safely away. Well, that's not a very fun dark slide. It's a very important message, but not a very fun one. There we go. So we should be all set to shoot this new roll now. And I'm going to go back to the kind of old Ford truck because the images from the expired roll aren't really turning out. So we're going to get one with a actual good roll. All right, so the indicator on this does actually start at 10. So that was why I still thought I had more shots when the pack was done. But probably because, you know, the old Polaroids packs did have a lot more shots than 8. These newer ones are just the ones that they could only fit 8 in them. So we're going to do this shot again with a fresh new pack. Although I think this might qualify for the close-up. This might not still be a close-up. I don't really know how far 4 feet. I think this is 4. I don't think this is 4 feet. Okay, we're just going to go. Alright, so that should definitely turn out better than the last one. So again, gotta wait 15 minutes to see. Okay, and then we are actually gonna shoot this old car here. This one definitely probably will work the close-up focus for this one. Alright, so we got a cool third shot here with the boat nice and suspended on this transport system here, and we're just shooting it side on. There we go. Yeah, these are coming out a lot nicer. Even just kind of the first release, you don't see any like chemical spillage compared to the expired pack. Okay, we are shooting a little bit into the sun here, but we're gonna see if this still turns out. It's interesting how the flash is still going off though. Okay, so I definitely did have some fun shooting these. I actually did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. Definitely will probably be shooting a lot more Polaroids in the future because of it. That first pack that has been in the camera since I bought it, was not any good at all. The first shot didn't even turn out at all. There's just nothing on there. And then for the other ones, you definitely have those chemicals. They didn't mix well enough, because I didn't properly store the camera or film. So that pack was just completely destroyed, but it was still kind of interesting to see kind of the results that I got. There was definitely still overexposed in it. Maybe if I changed the exposure meter on the camera, maybe that would have been a little bit better. But still, I definitely was not going to get anything good out of that pack. And then as you saw with the newer pack, as I was kind of shooting along, that I definitely overexposed the fuck out of these images. I was shooting with the flash on the camera. I just kind of thought, I might as well because this is an older camera. but it was a pretty, bright and sunny day, so I didn't really need to be doing that. And then also, I kind of wasn't really checking along as I was shooting. I kind of just had that film mentality of, at the end of it, I'll see all my images. So I kind of forgot that I could see, the images a lot sooner than I usually do with film. So I definitely do have to kind of take those things into consideration the next time I'm shooting with this. But, for my first time actually shooting Polaroids, I actually did have a fun time. I enjoyed this, a lot more, than I maybe thought I would. Definitely see the appeal to this and how kind of people kind of, run away with this and just shoot a bunch of packs as well. The only downside is how expensive, Polaroids kind of are, like $20 for only, 8 shots. That, is definitely a lot compared to, just normal film that I shoot. So that's also, still going to be a downside for actually shooting Polaroids, but still kind of want to try and get into it more if I can, maybe even buy, one of the new Polaroid cameras as well. That way I'm not shooting off of, a really old camera and, maybe getting some good shots with it as well. But yeah, that was just, a video of me pathetically shooting Polaroids for the first time. Definitely do not really want to pay much attention to these images because they were not that great. But just gonna say this again, this was my first time, so maybe cut me some slack. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And maybe I'll do a review on the camera soon, just as an excuse to kind of shoot more Polaroids and hopefully get some better results from it as well.